Hello, I just realized that I left out some material in the previous um, video that I just sent out. So this is an addendum to the peripheral video and covering some of the stock market and the bond market, which and BKX, the banking index as well, that I failed to cover in the previous video. So I'll just go over this real quick. Taking a look at YM here on the Dow mini-size futures contracts. It does look like we're coming. The futures came up here to test this orange trend line. It next week we may see a slight incursion above that, but we're still much like the rest of the Dow. I think we're still in a downtrend here while we're below 17,573. So this is becoming very complex with several ones and twos built into this count. But as long as we stay under 17,573, the count is still valid. However, moving above the orange trend line puts the count in jeopardy a bit. It puts it in trouble, but not necessarily kills it. Just have to see what we get next week. There was a question about the Nikkei. The count is, there's a few different counts that I can see here that are somewhat complex. Have we topped out here? Maybe, but it's not obvious. The only thing that I can think of that would be obvious here is a drop through key support at 19,114. We drop below that, then yeah, there's probably a good chance that this supporting trend line is clearly broken. We're producing a new, fresh lower low. That would be the first really good sign that maybe we've topped out. But while we're above that key level of support, I have to leave open the possibility that we could continue to see this market creep up a bit higher. So I really don't see anything worthwhile to do in that market just now. Taking a look at BKX, here's a long-term count all the way back here to 2007, where the financial crisis of 2008 produces wave A down. And ever since, we've seen this very choppy three-wave move to the upside that looks about darn near complete. We zoom in here. I think we're working on a final fifth that may be in, and we can zoom in on wave 5 and 4 here in this next slide. Here's 4, here's 5, and now it does look like we've got 5 waves up complete with a wave 1, a wave 2 flat, wave 3, a sharp 4, and now a final fifth. And now we're just working on a new impulsive move to the downside. And currently, if we zoom in here a bit closer, we've got initial wave 1 down, wave 2, now a sub 1 and a sub 2. Sub 2 is coming up here. I think it's going to stall out pretty early next week, maybe around 78.80 or so, 78.70, and then turn around and start wave 3 of 3 to the downside very quickly. Of course, the price action is going to have to stay below 79.54 for this count to be correct. A break above that, then this count is incorrect, and we got something else going on here. The price could meander up a bit higher, possibly. So we need to respect that trend or that key level resistance with our trade. Taking a look at the bond market here, this is a 10-year note. And we did have this pop up above this key resistive trend line there, the blue. And we popped up and then we ducked right back down. Looks like possibly an impulsive drive back down. And so that tells me that maybe this was just a false breakout to the upside. What I'm going to want to see is early next week, we'll watch for maybe some action to the upside that's choppy. If it's very choppy and looks like only 3 waves, then we may enter short right around here and then use this as a backstop up here at 128.20ish to enter a trade for a move to the downside. If, however, we shoot right back up impulsively up to 128 or 20 plus, then more than likely it's a true breakout and we'll continue to climb up higher. So really nitty-gritty stuff here. I think we just need to be a little bit more patient with it and see what the action looks like early next week. I did want to point out on the weekly time scale for ZN, which is the futures contracts for the 10-year note price, the week does close as an inverted hammer candle, also helping to set a key tradable top there at 128.22. So we'll be looking to use that as a place to adjust our risk accordingly for another entry on a short. Okay, that's it for this video. Sorry about the confusion there, and I'll be talking to you next week. All right.